everybody, welcome to Instant Reaction TV, where things get instant. I'm your host, Knife and Fresh, and thanks for tuning to today's show. What's your instant reaction? Today, we're going to give you guys the real scoop on beef that happened between two fellow bad girls, Natalie BGC4 and Winter BGC16. So let's get right to it. So, recently in Atlanta, Natalie BGC4 and Winter BGC16 recently had an altercation. Natalie was visiting Atlanta from LA for whatever event that she had, and she was staying in a hotel lobby. Now, Winter, who lives in Atlanta, as far as I'm concerned, happened to be in that Atlanta lobby the same time that Natalie was. Disaster. Before we talk about this whole Atlanta altercation and what happened in that video, let's talk about the beef in the past history between Winter and Natalie. Because so many people are confused and they're saying, how did this beef between Winter and Natalie happen? When did they ever have beef? What is going on? So, before we talk about the whole altercation that happened in Atlanta, before we analyze that situation, let's talk about the history between Winter and Natalie and how that beef started. And who's telling the truth and who's not. Who's lying, who's telling the truth, and who's not. You ready? Let's go right to it. So, during BGC 16, Winter made a statement. And she said, I'm the queen of LA.
LA is my city. This is my spot. Let me just go in here and show these people what a real bad girl is. Queen of LA.
Now, any true BGC fan knows, whether you're a fan of Natalie or not, any true BGC fan knows, Natalie easily gets intimidated, or Natalie does not like the fact that there's another bad girl who says she's the queen of LA or anything regarding LA. Why do I say that? I remember Sarah from BGC 11. She does review videos for Bad Girls Club, and I think she started doing BGC 14, but she was doing an review episode for BGC 16 episode 1. And I remember Natalie tweeting her. I can't remember if she commented on on an Instagram photo, or if she tweeted Sarah. I'm gonna go with tweet. She specifically tweeted Sarah, and she said, make sure you address the girl who says she's the queen of LA. I remember that very vividly. She said, make sure you address the girl who says she's the queen of LA. Now, mind you, from this point onward, I think that Natalie already did not like Winter for the simple fact that Winter said that she's the queen of LA. Winter is attractive. She's a new girl from LA, and her and Natalie are both from the same area. So Natalie's going to be intimidated by Winter for the simple fact that Winter says she's the queen of LA. Now, going forward, and we all know that Natalie has a history with rivaling with fellow bad girls for whatever reason, you know, rivaling without them and things like that. So that's how that whole beef started earlier, is that Natalie made a statement. Now, going on later in the BGC 16, this is what Natalie claims that Winter is mad about. That she claims, oh, Winter's just mad because she was paid by Oxygen to tweet about BGC 16 while it was going on. Now, whether Natalie was paid by Oxygen or not, I can't confirm that. I don't know if that's true or not. But what I will say is that during BGC 16, Natalie made some comments about Winter, like picking on a fellow BGC 16 cast member that Winter was involved in. Winter is saying, no, I'm not mad about that. BGC 16 was a long time ago. I'm not mad about that. That's over now. Now, after BGC 16 ended, and those statements that Natalie made during BGC 16 about Winter picking on a fellow cast member, months after BGC 16 passed, months after her and Natalie had a little of that Twitter thing during BGC 16, Winter made a statement. She was like, why does Natalie have my name in her mouth? I heard from someone. She didn't say who she heard it from, but she was like, she heard from some people or some friends or wherever, that Natalie was talking smack about her, and she's like, why is my name always in your mouth? Now, Natalie did not respond to that, but Winter said that Natalie always, you know, had her name in her mouth, that she heard from some people. Now, I'm guessing the person she was talking about was that hairdresser in Sacramento that Natalie knows. According to Winter, Winter heard from a fellow hairdresser in Sacramento that, by the name of Nemo, you can hear Winter say her name in the video, by the name of Nemo. Winter claims that from the hairdresser Nemo in Sacramento that Natalie uses. Natalie uses a hairdresser in Sacramento. According to Winter, the hairdresser in Sacramento told Winter that, hey, look, Natalie was here and she was talking smack about you. That was Winter's problem, was that you're talking smack about me. Now, mind you, Natalie and Winter, they're both from the Bay Area, so they're going to know some people, they're going to have some friends in common, so things are going to get around. So now fast forward to the hotel lobby, because now we kind of have a picture of where this beef started. For anybody that's confused, you kind of have a picture now of where this beef started. So now we can talk about the situation that happened in Atlanta building on that beef. So Winter and Natalie saw each other in Atlanta at the hotel lobby at the same time. According to Winter, Natalie walked up to them and she was like, oh, you guys are cute. And Winter just addressed Natalie. She's like, so I heard you were talking all that smack about me to your hairdresser in Sacramento. And Natalie told Winter, are you guys already on Instagram Live? And Winter said, no, nobody's on Instagram Live. Nobody's recording you. We're not worried about recording you. But I heard you talking smack about me to your hairdresser. And if you look at it, Natalie went on Instagram Live and she filmed the whole situation. As you can see on her Instagram Live, that's where the main video is. And Natalie was like, what hairdresser? I only have one hairdresser. I only have one hairdresser. And when you look at it, she brought her main hairdresser from LA with her to Atlanta. And Natalie's defense was, I only brought one hairdresser. I only brought one hairdresser. And Winter even approaches Natalie's hairdresser and she says, do you know Nemo? The hairdresser that Winter claims in Sacramento told Winter that Natalie was talking about her. And another hairdresser that Natalie uses. And surprisingly, even Natalie's hairdresser, like, look at the video, she nods her head and she says, yeah, I know Nemo. And then Natalie was like, no, I only have one hairdresser. I only have one hairdresser. I was like, wait a second. To me, it looks like Natalie was hiding something. Because your hairdresser says she knows her. Go and rewatch the video in the Atlanta altercation. Winter goes up to her. She said, do you know Nemo? Natalie's hairdresser said, yes, I know her. I know Nemo. And Natalie's like, no, I only have one hairdresser. It was almost like Natalie wanted to hide the fact that they knew who Nemo was, the hairdresser in Sacramento. And she was hiding the fact that, you know, that she was maybe talking about Winter. If you weren't talking about Winter, or you don't know who the hairdresser she's talking about, you're going to say, who the hell is Nemo? I don't know who Nemo, who is that hairdresser? Who is Nemo? I never heard of her. I never heard of Nemo. Who is this hairdresser you're talking about? I don't know her. I never heard of her. I never talked about you. No, that's not what happened. No, if you rewatch the video, just rewatch it. You'll never hear Natalie not once deny not knowing the hairdresser that Winter says, Nemo from Sacramento. Natalie never denied not knowing her. Natalie never denied not talking to her. Natalie's only defense is, I only have one hairdresser. I only have one hairdresser. What are you talking about? I only have one hairdresser. So to me, that was fishy because your hairdresser is right here next to you saying, I know Nemo. Yeah, I know Nemo. I know the hairdresser you're talking about. And it's almost like Natalie wanted to hide the fact that her hairdresser or her knew who the hairdresser was in Sacramento. So moving forward, people are saying that Winter was scared in the video, that Winter only addressed Natalie when she got outside. No. That Winter got more hype when she got outside. No. Again, I'm not making this video to bash Winter or defend Winter. I'm not making this video to bash Natalie or defend Natalie. But I'm just going based on facts and history and based on what was shown in the video. Now, what I saw Winter confront Natalie to her face. Winter said, it's funny though, you're talking all that smack, it's funny though. And Natalie was kind of just, kind of backpedaling and saying, but it is though, it is funny. Natalie wasn't really saying anything but substance, okay? Who do I believe in the situation? Who is telling the truth, who's not? I'm gonna say, it sounds like Winter is being genuine. I really think that Winter was told by the hairdresser Nemo in Sacramento that Natalie was talking about her. Why? When you look at history, Natalie does have a history of beefing and rivaling with bad girls and talking about them and then not owning up to it. Again, I'm just giving you guys a picture of why I believe that Winter is being genuine and why I do believe that Natalie did talk to that hairdresser about Winter. One, Winter says she's the queen of LA. Natalie easily gets intimidated by any other bad girl. Whether you're a fan of her or not, you have to admit Natalie does easily get intimidated by any bad girl who says that she's the queen of LA. Two, they're both from the Bay Area. They're both from the same Bay Area. So it might be natural for Natalie to kind of feel a type of way, like, oh, here's this new young bad girl from the same area you are. You guys from the same area. She says she's the queen of LA. Natalie has a history of talking smack about fellow bad girls and not owning up to it. It's very possible, and it would not be weird or unusual for Natalie to go and, say a few words or gossip about Winter to people that she does not like Winter. It's possible she said, there's this new girl who says she's the queen of LA. Wait, no, I run LA. That's my thing. She thinks she's me. Now, let's be real. If you're a BGC fan, it wouldn't be unusual for Natalie to do that. Now, Natalie wasn't really saying anything but substance for me to believe that she wasn't talking smack. She did not deny not knowing the hairdresser that Winter is talking about. Okay? And she did not confront Winter with the same energy that Winter confronted her with. People are saying that no, Natalie's a mom now, she's changed, no. So to me, it was like Natalie was kind of playing dumb, and she wasn't owning up to the fact of what she said. Now, if Natalie would have said, yeah, I did talk to the hairdresser about you, I did, so what's up, so I did, so you have a problem, so what? If Natalie would have owned up to the fact that she did say something, or she did talk about Winter, I would have analyzed the situation differently. But again, I'm not being biased, I'm just going strictly on the facts on what happened in the video and history. And history doesn't lie, and history does say that Natalie does have a history of talking about fellow bad girls and rivaling a bad girl, and then she kind of backpedals when you confront her. So to me, Natalie has something to hide, and Natalie didn't want to address the fact that she did talk about Winter, or that she was intimidated by the fact that Winter did say that she's the queen of LA. Okay, so again, this is what I got out of the whole situation, out of the whole beef. So let me know your comments, let me know your opinion. What did you get out of this whole video, out of the whole altercation between Natalie and Winter and their whole beef? Is it worth it? Is it not? Is Natalie intimidated by Winter, or is she not? Let me know your comments. Thanks again for watching my video. Peace and God bless.